Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. I'm John, and today is Monday, which means I am stepping on the scale and going to be standing in front of the camera. I can finally say that I've had some results that are actually noticeable in my clothes, and we'll get into that when I stand in front of the camera. But two things. One, I bought a new piece of workout equipment. I'm going to show you that in about 2 seconds. But before we get to that, more importantly, very important, guys, I know not too many people have noticed, but at the end of my videos, I normally play music or something like that when the end scene kind of comes up. But I wanted to let you guys know it's not always music. I've been putting like motivational type speeches at the end of these videos. Motivational speeches that I enjoy, that I feel like help me out, and I'm throwing them in at the end of these videos so that other people who have, their goals, whether it's weight loss or whatever goals that they set for 2019, I find that some of these speeches kind of really do help. Sometimes all it takes is for something kind of just click in your head. And once it clicks, you're like laser focused on achieving your goal. So last week I was doing great, eating these meal prep meals that I showed you in the previous video. Doing awesome. Having those meals in the house makes my life so much easier. I don't have to think about what I'm going to eat. I just go to the fridge, throw one in the microwave, boom, ready to go. But if I'm going to keep it real with you guys, one of my biggest struggles last week was, and this is not just last week, this has always been the case for me. It's basically when something breaks my routine. Every day I have my routine where I get up, I do a little workout in the morning, doing maybe another workout again. I got my little routine that's working for me. But what normally happens is, as always, life happens, work or something personal comes up, whatever the case might be. The hardest day for me was last week on Friday. So what ended up happening was this past Friday, I had to go to a client. Again, this doesn't even happen every week. Like most of the time, I could be home for weeks at a time, configuring gear, working remotely, doing my thing from my computer. So this past Friday, for example, I had to leave my house at 6 a.m. Leave my house at 6 a.m., which means I had to force myself to eat breakfast. To be honest with you, I wasn't even hungry. I forced myself to have breakfast because I knew I had a ton of work that I had to do, and I was going to be crazy busy. So it's either eat breakfast now or I won't even have an idea when my next meal is going to be. So I get to the city, working all day, and like I said before, it was crazy busy. So busy I couldn't even step out for lunch, and I went the whole day just eating nothing. So I ended up getting out of work, like say 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. And when I got out of work, I'm not gonna lie, that's what kind of just messed up my routine completely. I basically want to have anything that I pretty much see as I'm walking down the streets of New York City. So that was like my moment. That right there was like my moment of truth, where I had to be like my strongest. And as hungry as I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to jump on the subway. I'm just going to walk maybe, 7, 8, 10 blocks, whatever it is. I'm just going to walk until I find a somewhat decent option, something that can hold me down at least until I get home. Because if I get to Penn Station, my old routine was, getting fast food or something like that at Penn Station, which I definitely am not going to do. This time, guys, I'm telling you, I am ridiculously focused on my goal to accomplish this goal. And I ended up finding a place that had salads. Now, to me, having a salad in New York City, I don't even consider that a healthy option. One, because most of these salads, they throw in a bunch of stuff into them, and with the dressing and all the stuff they put into them, I'm willing to bet you anything that one of these salads are probably like 1,000 calories. And my meal prep meals are usually like around 350 calories. So I figured, you know what, the best I could find was a salad. So I ended up just having a salad, like a chicken Caesar salad. And I had that until I got home. And then when I got home, I ate like another half of one of my meals. I was way below my calorie count for the day. So I did good. So I still did good. But Friday was like the toughest day for me, no question. And in the past, that would kind of mess me up. And then, like I said in my other video, you mess up on Friday. And then people are like, oh, you know what, I already messed up Friday. I'm just going to mess up on Saturday and Sunday also, and I'll start again on Monday. That is not the case. On January 1st, even though I did mess up my diet, I still hit the gym, and I hit the gym hard. January 2nd, I was back on track with the meal prep and in the gym, killing it with the cardio. I've been doing a lot of heavy weights also now too, kind of mixing up the two. Back when I used to actually be in shape, I used to lift a lot of heavy weight and was very active, and I had a good amount of muscle on my body. And I still have a lot of that muscle on my body. It's just underneath a lot of fat that I need to shed and get rid of. So I'm glad to finally be lifting heavy weights again, doing a lot of like flat bench press, incline bench press, arms, shoulders, all that stuff. The only thing I'm not doing is the legs, just because I'm afraid to mess up my knees. But at the end of the day, guys, think about it. I weighed over 300 pounds and I'm walking around. So obviously my legs are already like crazy muscular. because of all the weight that I've been carrying around. Anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys the piece of workout equipment that I purchased. Okay, so here you can see I bought a pull-up bar. Now you're probably wondering, you know, this guy weighs over 300 pounds. What kind of pull-ups is he going to be doing? And you are absolutely correct. At this moment right now, if I try and do a pull-up, I mean, I could maybe do one, and I mean, I'm pushing it. I mean, I could almost do one. I remember when I was a kid and I went to do pull-ups for the first time, I wasn't able to do pull-ups. And I was just like determined. I was like, no, I got to do this. And what I would do is every single day, I remember I would come home from school, and it wasn't even a pull-up bar. It was just like a wood beam that was in my garage, in my parents' garage. And every day I had to walk through the garage to go inside the house. And as I would walk through the garage, I would jump up on that beam and then basically try and do a pull-up. And I wouldn't be able to. So what I would do is I would do a pull-up and just kind of hang there and hold that position for a while. Then let go, do the same thing again. And I kept doing that every single day until it got to a point where I was like, oh, wow, I could actually do a pull-up. And then it was like 1, 2, 3. And I was able to start banging out pull-ups or whatever, which is great. Now, I'm exactly the same situation. The only difference is that now I am way heavier. I'm over 300 pounds. So doing a pull-up, I'm lifting a lot of weight. So that's another thing I've been focusing on at the gym. When I'm doing a lot of heavy weights, I am targeting the muscles that's going to help me do pull-ups and like chin-ups and stuff like that. Doing a lot of heavy lifting on that. And I am going to bring you into my basement to show you guys. I already ordered this. I had it delivered and installed. Now the one I got is mounted to the ceiling, not mounted to the wall. The one I got is actually the P3 pull-up system. It was $135, and then after taxes and shipping, it came out to like around $150 or $150 something. Anyway, let's go down to the basement so I can show you guys how I installed it. It's a nice heavy-duty piece of gear, and it has a weight capacity of 500 pounds. So, all right, guys, let's go back to my dungeon. All right, like every typical car guy, I got car parts all over the place. This is the drive shaft for my Hellcat. But anyway, let's get back on focus. This is all of my cleaning stuff, tires. But I won't bore you guys with that stuff. We're here for the fitness stuff right now. So this is the pull-up bar that I ordered. The company who makes it is Rogue. Very solid piece of equipment. I basically just bolted it up. Honestly, probably took 20 minutes to bolt everything up. Very simple to do. If I did it, guys, trust me, anybody can do it. Now, to help me actually use this piece of equipment, what I did was, down here I have this other piece of equipment. This is basically for doing like dips and that kind of thing. So what I'm doing is I have it placed under here and on this bar in the middle, and I basically assist myself to do the pull-ups by putting one leg on this bottom bar right over here. Also, the other thing I'll do is I'll do a pull-up all the way to the top, and then I'll just kind of slowly kind of go down, try and hold it as much as I can. Now I'm gonna basically just keep on repeating the same thing until I can start banging out a decent amount of pull-ups and chin-ups on this piece of gear. All right, so now let's go ahead. I'm gonna step in front of the camera so I can show you guys what I look like. Now the shirt that I'm wearing today is a shirt that I had ordered a couple months back. It's actually a XXX. The other shirts that you saw me wearing in my previous videos, those shirts were a 4X, and I haven't mentioned my waist size. Like my jeans, my pants that I normally wear are like a size 46 waist. I think what I'm gonna do is whenever I change like a clothes size or anything like that, I'm also gonna be mentioning it on my Monday status video that I do every single week. Let me go ahead and stand up in front of the camera. Kind of move this out of the way. So, like I said, this is a XXX. Kind of see or whatever shirt looks like. All right, guys, time to step on the scale. Let's see how I did. 306.2. All right, guys, so I weigh 306. My starting weight was 317, so that's a total weight loss of 11 pounds in 18 days. Now that the holidays are over and I can be stricter during the week, like Monday to Friday, be super strict with the meals, stay on point, keep working out, I believe I will start seeing results a lot faster. Now, another thing I want you guys to keep in mind, a lot of people, when they first started diet, you know, before they were picking out eating everything you could possibly think of, right? A lot of people, when they first start out a diet, it's very common that within their first week or two, they notice a big drop in weight because a lot of people are eliminating their cheat meals, eliminating carbs and sugar, all that kind of stuff. Now for me, I have not eliminated carbs. See, when it comes to like the whole thing with the carbs, my understanding is like, it's like every gram of a carb that you eat holds a certain amount of water in your body. So by you eliminating like sugar and like all the carbs in your diet, your body will start shedding a whole bunch of water weight. And a lot of times when people drop 10 pounds in their first week or something like that, most of the time, the majority of that weight that they're dropping is purely just water weight. So being the fact that most of my meals during the week have carbs, because I eat sweet potato fries and grilled chicken in different ways. Sometimes with barbecue sauce, it's prepped in different ways. I still have my carbs and I'm still holding in that water. Now, if I cut all that stuff out, I know I could probably step on the scale next week, for example, and show you guys, oh, look, I dropped another 10 pounds, do something dramatic. But to me, it's not realistic because I'm not going to stop eating carbs. I'm just choosing smarter foods, basically. That's it. And I'm still going to be including my cheat meals throughout the week, because this weight loss journey for me, it's not about just dropping some weight and then kind of chill and that's it and I'm done with it. I'm trying to find a balance, something that I can kind of keep up for the rest of my life. So that's why for me it's very important to include a couple of cheat meals every single week, so that it's actually a realistic lifestyle for me. I want to thank everybody for all the support on the channel. Really appreciate it, guys. I'm reading all your comments and responding to your comments. So, for all the people that are with me on this journey, that are either following my journey or they started their journey also because they started watching these videos, just comment below. Let me know your progress also in the comments. And if it's your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the little bell icon so you can sign up for notifications. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.
99% of people are not willing to do what it takes to make their dreams come true. The Marines have a saying, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. The center of bringing any dream into fruition is self-discipline. Something as simple as food and eating. It's not about your body as much as it is about your mind. It's getting command of your mind to be able to choose actions that are in your own best interest. Every day we are choosing that's not in our own best interest. So if the world is attacking you and the world wants to fight you and the world's trying to hold you down, so you're gonna kick yourself in the balls? So you're gonna stop yourself from getting what you dream. And I think the word discipline has kind of gotten a bad name. We think about it in terms of punishment. I'm not talking about discipline in that way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that you forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you have behavior towards yourself that is loving. Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind.